Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to A Song at Tara, our Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition Chronicle. So, hi guys, how have you been doing?
Doing okay.
Hi.
I'm always impressed by the fact that you managed to get through that whole 20th Anniversary Edition thingy without stumbling over the words, because quite frankly, I think it's a word salad.
Thing is, now that you've mentioned that, he's going to do it at some point, inevitably.
There is a reason why I am the dark creature with the grin in the background on our banner.
Really? I thought that was just how you normally looked.
Be nice to her.
I am.
She's still our XP giver.
Yeah.
True. Anyway, speaking of XP, you got 3 XP for last time. So does anybody have anything they want to spend experience on?
Yeah. I want to buy... Let's see... What do we have? I want to buy a new specialty in Perform. I want to buy Dance.
Yes.
I want to buy another specialty in Perform. I want to buy Guitar.
Yes.
I want to know if that, does that extend to bass guitar as well? Bass guitar, not bass. Bass.
I'd say bass is a different instrument because it's played slightly differently as far as I understand.
All right. I'll pick up on that at some other point then.
Yep.
And I'm just also spending 2 experience points to increase my Perform from 1 to 2. And then I'm spending 3 to increase my Empathy from none to 1.
Wow. Are you actually saying that Aaron is about to turn into this touchy-feely kind of type?
I mean, I could have just sunk all the experience into being the biggest, baddest Arun I could possibly be, but I felt like I should also dedicate some experience to reflect what's happened to the character, you know?
I appreciate it. I certainly appreciate it. I think that's exactly the right way to go about it. Does anybody else have anything they want to spend XP on?
And I'm tempted to spend... Oh, sorry?
Go ahead.
I was tempted to spend some XP I was 3 points in getting Taliesin his first dot of subterfuge, so that he can actually, just occasionally tell a lie about something.
Yeah,
But,
well, he can tell a lie, just not be terribly convincing at it.
That's the thing.
Yeah, well, that's fine if you want to do that. No problem.
I think I shall, just to have my bases covered, I think.
Yes. Aya, you were about to say something?
Second. Go ahead.
Okay.
In that case, I would like to spend 3 experience points to get my first dot in Brawl.
Oh my goodness! Shiva is actually turning into a real little fighter here.
Mm-hmm.
I shall
grow up so fast.
I shall abstain from describing the facial expression he just put on when I said that. I feel slightly ill, just a bit. Yeah, he does it again.
But I take it that's all right.
Yes, it is. That's fine.
Sorry.
And no problem.
Making a fuss in the bathroom.
Did you have any experience expenditures you wanted to make, AJ?
No, I had a question about specialities.
Sure, go ahead.
They're not on the experience chart.
No, it costs 1 XP to buy an additional specialization, and I am making a call here saying you can't have more specializations than you have dots.
That seems fair. Also, I believe that only extended to crafts and performance, right?
Yes, crafts and performance, but it's still a matter of, even if you have 4 dots in craft or 4 dots in performance, you wouldn't be able to suddenly know how to play 200 instruments. It's quite extraordinary that what Liffey is able to do, for example.
Indeed.
I think I shall make getting Taliesin's 4th dot in performance something special. I'm going to save it for now.
Yeah.
That would be his actual specialization in that area of performance. That would be interesting.
Making speeches.
So I am assuming that is it. I didn't hear anything from Heine, so I'm assuming that those are the XP expenditures.
I did say one thing though. I said no.
Fair enough.
I should also point out for our viewing audience that in case I'm assuming you've picked up on it now, but Helle, the player of Fenna Mortensen, or killed 2 leeches, is not present tonight.
Yes, she is.
Why is that, actually?
Private reasons.
Yeah,
Okay.
moving and stuff.
Yes. That said, I have one little correction from an earlier conversation in an earlier episode about spirits. In that Daniel and I had I wouldn't call it a disagreement, but we weren't in complete agreement, at least, about what level certain spirits are. Turns out that we were both wrong, although I still maintain I was closer to being right than him, in that an Incarna spirit is in fact not part of the triad. An Incarna spirit is the level right below the triad, as in on level with a totem.
That sounds about right.
So they are not the triad, they are the highest tier of servants of the triad.
Yeah, makes sense.
Which also means that the Blood Wolf is in fact not an Incarna. He is right below an Incarna.
He is some nebulous category of thing that is above a Jackling but below an Incarna.
Gaffling, but yeah, would be probably. But he is very, very, very powerful, obviously. But he is not strong enough to be a totem in his own right.
Cool.
All right. That said,
There goes calling us the Bloody Paws.
Well, maybe it does.
Well, when last we left our intrepid heroes, we were doing what exactly, Daniel? You've avoided being the one to recap for a while, so let's hear it from you this time.
I guess that's true. So last time we rejoined our characters in Bray, in Deep Dells 1, in like an old building that had been recently reconstructed, which is where Aaron lives. We had went there to lick our wounds and to be relatively safe while doing so. We'd been joined by Francesca, who had healed the wounds of the group, and when we picked up, we were in a discussion about Connell going to Temple Bar. He made it clear that he did not intend to, and we kind of let the disagreement drift from there. From then and moving forward, it was kind of like just it was a session mostly of us chilling and interacting and having an evening.
It was good role playing, though. It was really good role playing.
I enjoyed. Like, character development is also fun. It's always
Definitely.
fun.
Yes, it is.
So at one point, I recall what happened was at some point someone decided to step into the Umbra. This was because someone asked Taryn to check something on an electronic device, and she got kind of blocked or prevented, or something was askew. So she stepped into the Umbra to check on the Weaver spirits. And we followed and had a conversation with the groundskeeper of the area where Aaron lives, who is a wraith, who had some information that drove us in a new direction regarding the getting in contact with Winda McAlpin. So we went, on his advice, we went looking for the ghost of a girl who had died of an overdose somewhere in Dublin Centre. And we found her. The girls found her. And then Darkey Kelly appeared and made it clear that she knew Winda McAlpin, and she wasn't about to play our games, but she would kind of see about getting us in contact with her tonight at the something church,
Christchurch,
but only the women folk should come. And I believe we stopped with us going to have a private conversation about how are we going to do this,
yes,
how are we going to handle this, by basically going into one of Aaron's nightclubs,
yes,
during daytime hours.
That was indeed the plan.
So that's what I recall happened.
Yes.
Got a party!
Yeah.
Additionally,
something.
we spent some time, Fenna and Connell did, investigating the barrier
That's true.
around.
This is correct.
Right, the Duracell barrier.
Yeah,
the
there was
we
a
named it
barrier.
Duracell.
Because it keeps going and going and going.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was the thing as well.
Definitely. And I think that is pretty much it. So we're ready to get started. Excellent.
All right. So, where do we next see our heroes?
Well, I think next we see our heroes actually entering said nightclub.
Okay.
And as I recall, it was one of Aaron's. It wasn't some other place. It was specifically because there wouldn't be anyone during daytime hours, right?
Yeah, it's open, like it opens in a couple of hours, you know.
Yeah. So, well, in that case, if there are probably going to be people there preparing for the night,
Probably.
but that's about it. So let's see. It is that will probably be Club Vortex. Then I'd take it.
Yeah. Also, I would like, just for the benefit of the viewing audience, in case you've somehow tripped over the little factoid and become fascinated or have questions regarding why I have a character who was a bit of a teenage asshole with an even worse asshole father, who happens to be called Blackwell and has a club called Vortex. And if any of you have played Life is Strange, that has nothing to do with it. It is complete coincidence. It is complete coincidence. Good.
Yes.
And now back to the scene.
Yes. So you get to Club Vortex. You get in. Yes, there are a couple of people there setting up for the night, cleaning the place, making sure that all the bottles are full and so on behind the bar.
Cool. Well, yeah, so I guess we want to have the room to have a private conversation. So somewhere backstage.
Yeah, sure.
Or like in the
Well, you have an
manager's
office.
Yeah.
I was about to say you have an office, so no problem.
It's not technically my office, but it's most definitely my office.
Yeah.
So sure. I want to say this is Club Vortex is a combination of like a bar and a dance club. So the and Aaron wanting to kind of, when he's here, keep an eye on things, but at the same time kind of not wanting to be seen because he has the curse and the effect it has on people. I think his office has like a panoramic one-way view of the dance floor.
Creepy. But yes.
Oh god, that means you can spy on Shiva.
Yeah.
And everyone in it.
I think he already does. Anyway, yes, that's not a problem. You have your office is obviously there's nobody there right now, so you can just go right in.
So put a picture on the desk of someone who's not me with a family who none of us know.
Yes,
Just like the manager.
Delightful.
All right. Well, yeah. So basically, like backstage office of a nightclub is the scene.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Someone say something.
All very swish, Aaron.
Well, you should see it when it's open.
Yeah, I might. Not now, though, obviously. Well, that was a stupid thing to say. Anyway, so while we're here, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to plan?
Killing ghosts.
Killing?
It's not a bad plan. It's not.
It's a good plan if it's a backup plan. I don't want to go killing ghosts first thing off the bat.
I thought we were going to question them and hear what they had to say.
Yeah, that's also my interpretation of events. But I think Connell has a good idea that maybe we should find out if we're supposed to cross the streams or not.
You know, I was kidding, right?
Well, I think in that case you jokingly made a very good suggestion. In case Darkey wants to pull the wool over our eyes, or she wants to play hardball, we should... Does any one of you know if there is any reason to think that claws and fangs wouldn't work on Darkey? I mean, they work on other ghosts, but I don't know. She seems to think she's a big deal.
She does.
Yes, and so do at least several members of our own sept. Not to suggest that there might be some leeway in terms of interpretation, but if they think that going up against Darkey Kelly might be a challenge, it'd be worth at least taking that on board, if not outright, agreeing with it and staying away.
I think my suggestion would be to she seems to have a problem with us guys, so let the girls do the talking, but when doing so, keep in mind that she doesn't have the upper hand like she seemed to think she does, because she must be as interested in protecting the girl as we are, and she can't do that alone necessarily.
No.
So she doesn't hold the upper hand. Keep that in mind when you talk to her.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I do think it's a good idea for us to keep our distance and well as much of a distance as we can while still being backup.
Exactly.
Out of sight, but within hearing range.
Yep.
The important thing is, another thing is that, quite frankly, the circumstances of who she was, she is, well, she's like her. She's angry. She is defined by her hatred of things. She doesn't like men much. I don't want to give her any reasons to let that rage, that hate, overcome any attempt at meaningful negotiation, if you know what I mean.
I agree. That's how it should be. Maybe Aaron says, and kind of like, he stops for a moment and kind of looks wonderingly. And he looks to Taran. Just go like, you've been quiet on this. This is kind of your forte, isn't it, though? What do you think we should do?
My forte? I've never really spoken with ghosts.
Sorry for presuming.
Well, only the ones I've come across, but they weren't Darkey. She's very, 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 very resentful of people, apparently.
Do you have any opinions on what we should do?
Well, we should heed what she wants as much as possible, but you shouldn't be too far away.
And
out of sight, not out of mind.
Do you know if we can hurt ghosts, as Aaron spoke of earlier, just in case?
I don't know what Taran's learned, so no, I don't.
Fair enough. Joan, does Taran know if we can hurt ghosts?
Yeah, you can hurt ghosts. In several ways, actually. You can bite them or scratch them if you want, or, supernatural attacks will hurt them. That's pretty common knowledge. You can also exorcise them. And you don't have to be religious for it to work. You don't have to actually have true faith in order to exorcise a wraith. They are super susceptible to that shit.
We as Garou have a right for that, don't we?
Yeah, strictly speaking, you can just pull up a pair of pencils and form a cross in front of them and say, "Get thee behind me, foul thing," or "The power of Christ compels you," and then the power of Christ fucking compels them.
So like a circle of charcoal and stuff like that?
They do react to it. They are super susceptible to exorcisms, even from the non-religious.
I guess this is information Taran is in possession of.
Yes, it is.
And then she conveys it.
That's awesome.
With a psycho dog. It's pretty stupid, but they actually work on them.
They do have it's not a fail-safe method, obviously, nothing is, but that is known to work reasonably well.
I mean, I guess if someone was to tell me, would have told me a couple of years ago that I would be horrifically burned if I touched pure silver, I would say that I didn't have that kind of allergy. So, guess anything goes, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, Terran, you're telling me that I can go Max von Sydow on this on Darkey and she'll actually be exorcised?
Maybe that possibly depends on how gullible she is.
Huh. That's kind of cool. I'm tempted to try it.
That
Could you try
seems
the
like
ghost
something we should
version?
wait with.
I agree with Shiva. This should be a last resort thing.
Sure, I'm just kidding. Again.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I kind of got that. Just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page. Speaking of same page, Storyteller.
Yes.
Given one player's absence, I would want to ask: are we in fact are you going to run with Fenna being here but having NPC sickness and us ignoring her?
Yes.
Or is she off on her own adventures?
No, she's there, but currently she's sitting, in a looking at something or other in one of the folders on your shelves or something. Yeah, she's incommunicado.
She's sniffing around.
Sure. She's doing
sniffing
NPC
around.
stuff.
Yes, she's doing NPC stuff. Also, she is not going to be present for any situation in which she might, where I might have to take control of her and then play her, obviously. So she wouldn't be there. And if a fight breaks out, she's going to be somewhere else.
She's going to fight the mooks off on the side that happen to be there and that we can't fight.
Exactly.
Or she's off selling
I
something.
have,
All right.
I have an out character question.
Yes?
Yeah.
We get our Chinese with us, or are we still going to order that?
Oh, the
the Thai
we were
food.
gonna order food. Yeah, I'm guessing we just brought that along.
Yeah. Just bought some Thai food and brought it along, yeah.
Stuffing our FaceTime then.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yep.
I think,
Stuffing face.
as far as Aaron, I'm imagining this scene as us making small talk and interspersing it with usefulness.
Yes, I imagine so. And that means that time obviously passes, and then eventually, lo and behold, it's evening time, and she said to be there, if I remember correctly, around 11. So that is obviously after the nightclub opens.
I think maybe we had maybe we see the group bringing up Google Maps or something. And just
Yes.
pointing to, this is Christchurch, so you guys can hang around here, and then we'll go in and be here, and then
Yeah,
you're
so
all
basically
within
make a-
howling distance.
Yes, so you make some plans for that. That's not too hard. She said to be in the area behind Christchurch. Incidentally, that is fairly common knowledge, but that is where Darkey was executed.
Delightful.
So
Wonderful.
she's literally bringing you back to her primary haunt.
Yeah, she wants to be at her most powerful
Yes.
because she doesn't trust werewolves.
Can you blame her?
No,
I just wanted to be sure.
I mean, but whether or not I can blame her doesn't matter. If she's pulling something, I'm gonna have to punch her face in, right? So,
Oh yeah, sure.
no, dog eat dog world.
In this case, quite literally.
Wolf eat ghost world.
Yeah, if you want to be literal about it.
So yes, you guys are. You make plans and get ready and so on and so forth. And as I said, it's 11 o'clock and it's not quite 11. I assume you leave before 11 o'clock because you also have to get there.
It sounds pretty right. Yeah? Sounds correct.
Yeah.
I think we clear out when the manager comes in.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you need this place now? That's okay with me. I definitely, like, there's the boss under, like, boss minion relationship,
Yes.
right? Where it's like,
Yes.
oh, I need my office, do you? Okay, you can have it, right?
Yes.
It's like, oh, I'll clear out now. It's like, yeah, you can have your office.
All right. You
I think
head.
we take the back entrance.
Yes.
Because technically Shiva works here.
Yes.
It's like a cult of personality thing, so I don't really want her to be seen either.
No, true.
Because she's not here tonight.
No, because then it would be weird if she left beforehand. Or left before the evening even got really started. Anyway, you guys are on your way to Christchurch, and I'm assuming that you get there a little bit before time.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we get to. I imagine if it's been agreed, then most of us will get to a point, and then we split off so that 3 dudes can be off somewhere discreet and out of the way that isn't within sight.
Yes, and then the girls can go and have their conversation with Darkey when she arrives eventually. But yes, everything is pretty well planned and set up, and no issues there. So you guys are prepared nearby, and yes, it is definitely within, as you said, howling distance. I like that expression, actually. And suddenly, as you might expect, the bells chime for 11, because lo and behold, it's actually 11 o'clock.
What? Time passes? Impossible.
Yeah, exactly. It's really weird, isn't it? It's not like in a computer game where it's always the same time of night. So yeah.
You girls be careful.
Of course.
And at 11 o'clock, that by now slightly familiar, if still highly uncomfortable chill comes over all of you. And you see a number of ghosts, more or less clearly. You see... Oh, I just somehow managed to get out of the game. That's not the idea. I'll just pop
You
back.
see, poof!
Yes.
The
Ooh,
GM
is gone.
disappeared.
The GM is gone. Oh no.
Everyone, riot!
No.
The second she gets back, we are dancing on the chairs and throwing stuff around.
Well, quite apart from...
You're smoking the ghosts.
as I was about to say, you see a number of ghosts there. You see that they sort of fade into view, if you can call it that. They're not fully visible, of course. They're sort of semi-transparent, sort of ish thing. Mm-hmm. You see the first and the last. You see the Torn Man is there. I see Scorched 18 is there. You even see Bad Trip scuttling behind a gravestone where she's peering out from and looking really, really afraid. You see a few others that you don't know. And finally, you see Darkey fading into view as the last one. Her arms are folded over her chest, and she looks at the two girls and nods and says, "You're punctual, that's good. So, you wanted to talk to Winda."
And Shiva looks like she has her serious face on, but she's clearly also incredibly fascinated because a billion ghosts just appeared in front of her.
Yeah.
But, yes, please?
Yeah. I did say that you shouldn't bring them in, which is good you didn't. I appreciate that. You should be aware, obviously. You can see how many we are. There are more still that you can't see. I'm just recommending that you don't do anything foolish. Winda is our friend. And for the record, you will need me to translate. She doesn't speak modern English.
Well,
so, if you talk to her, look at her, but I'll do the translations, and you're just going to have to trust me on that.
That seems fair enough.
A door from the crypt underneath Christchurch opens, and a young woman comes out. She looks like this. She's wearing a pair of jeans and a sleeveless t-shirt, so you can actually see those tattoos. And she looks at you two first, and then she looks to what's her face, to Darkey. Yes, exactly, to Darkey. And she says something that, yeah, it does sound vaguely like Gaelic, but it's not Irish to begin with. And it sounds, Shiva can recognize the sounds or the intonation of it, because that's pretty much the same. But the words are not Irish, and it sounds really, 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 really old.
There's a lot of hard R's going on.
A lot of very hard R's going on there, yes. And she a lot of hard R's and a lot of W's. But she says something to Darkey. Darkey nods and turns to you and says, she's asking if you are the ones who wanted to talk to her, and I already nodded to that. She said, but she also wants to know why you want to see her.
Well, we believe that, and Shiva looks to Taran, her father has been involved in the murder of our friends.
Well, Darkey raises an eyebrow, but turns and explains this to Winda, who shrugs, says a few words. Darkey looks back to you, and she says that she's sad to hear about the death of your friends, but what that has to do with her doesn't really compute. So,
well, I suppose she's the lead we got. We were perhaps hoping she could be an assistance in helping us further.
Well, Darkey says, I can ask. And she turns and looks at Winda again and clearly translates what it was she said. And and Winda nods. That actually seems to register with her. She nods, she thinks for a while, and then she says something else to Darkey, which she then translates and says, she's saying that two of her, her father is, if he is still in Dublin, and she's not sure that he is, if he is still in Dublin, he is, he would be incredibly dangerous and could easily be behind the killings, but he probably didn't do so alone. He's got two of his kinsmen with him. She says that Robert and Alistair are in Dublin as well. And I'm assuming, she says, and looks back to Winda and says a few words, and Winda nods. Yeah, she's saying that they are both of her bloodline as well. They're both MacAlpin. So Robert MacAlpin and Alistair MacAlpin are the names.
Would they be Black Spiral dancers then?
She translates this, and Winda looks visibly uncomfortable at the mention. And she looks away and nods. It's pretty clear that she's both ashamed and very upset.
Shiva looks thoughtful and says, "Would you object to us going after them then?"
Again, Darkey translates and gets an answer, which she then translates back to you, where she says she has no problem with you going after them, but she would caution. That you take great care. They are very dangerous. She says they're very dangerous people. Her father is an exceptionally murderous beast, and she, Darkey actually looks a little uncertain of how she looks at you and says, "I'm not sure how to translate some of the things she said. Just give me a moment." So she turns and looks at Winda again, and they have a conversation going on between them, which lasts for well over a minute. And then Darkey turns back to you and says, "This is something I don't say every night, but Winda is older than I am, and so is her family. Time does not pass time does not pass in some parts of the Deep Umbra in the same way that it does for you."
Shiva nods and looks amazed.
She turns and looks at Winda again. Winda explains a whole lot of things. Her arms have gotten quite animated, so she's using her arms to make gestures, and she's clearly animated and upset by all of this. And Winda looks back and says, "Well, she says that her father is the original Kenneth McAlpin. You might know who that was. Otherwise, I'm sure you can find out."
Shiva nods.
That said, that would make, or that does make her, obviously, many hundreds of years old. She doesn't know this world. She doesn't know your knights. I've seen the world evolve. I've been in Dublin to see it happen. She hasn't. She is terrified of everything that's going on around her right now.
No wonder, really.
She is Garou. She is one of you.
Well, that is amazing, first and foremost. If she's the child of the original Kenneth McAlpin, I suppose that would make her Silver Fang.
She doesn't have a tribe anymore.
Yeah, she's not Silver Fang.
She was.
No.
Well, we were told that the original Kenneth was.
Oh, well, in that case, yeah, then perhaps. I was thinking Joan was angling for, like, the last White Howler.
No, they died out almost 1,000 years before Kenneth McAlpin.
Alright.
Oh, Kenneth McAlpin was a Silver Fang.
In that case, then yes, obviously.
Who went Black Spiral Dancer.
I don't know if she intends to go back, and I guess it doesn't concern me. should she not want or be able to, I will extend a welcome to talk to the rest of us, Garou, and I will say that I'm pretty certain the Fina in the Sept won't necessarily be as aggressive as you could expect. And I will, or we will promise that if she does want to make contact, we will make sure that it doesn't end badly.
It looks like they're about to, to answer, or she's about to answer after, of course, after Darkey translates. And then suddenly she stops herself. She goes all stiff, and then she starts sniffing the air. And she says a few words to Darkey again, and then she heads back into the crypt and closes the door. Darkey looks at you and says, "We're going to go down there and protect her, and then you are going to kill the bastards who arrive here any moment, and then we talk about her going with you."
Shiva nods, and I guess she turns towards where the boys are and does a whistle thing.
Yes. All the ghosts hurry through the walls and down through the ground and so on, but they all head towards the crypt. And you can see that the door to the crypt literally goes frosty. Like there's ice on the hinges.
Awesome.
So they are now blocking access.
Well, you hear the emergency whistle, I suppose.
Yes,
Yeah.
the boys hear the whistle.
I mean, that means we join up with them immediately.
Yes.
I would say. At least I can only speak for my character, but that's what's happening.
Yes.
Yep.
And
You seem okay.
Yeah. There are 3 Black Spiral dancers in town. They are all related to Winda, but she's not one, and they are probably about to attack.
Then we should take advantageous position and make sure we get the drop on them.
Yeah. Alright.
Which I'm guessing we do.
Um,
It's basically get in
yes.
position around here.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
Somewhere we can have easy cover and also stay relatively hidden.
I think just before, if we, take positions, I think Shiva adds, the ghosts are protecting Winda. We should help them. We'll talk after.
All right.
Yes. Well, you see
That's how it's going to work then.
you see a man and a woman up here. They come around the corner. It's they are they're not talking to one another. They're not they're walking with a certain sense of, shall we say, there's a certain
Confidence.
they know where they're going.
Determination.
Yes, that was the word. Determination, indeed. And, well, let us get some initiatives, because basically the moment they see you, well, the woman tears half of her face off.
Ew.
Ew.
There you go.
Delightful.
Yum.
And I'm getting the other one here.
Where do you find all these pictures?
On the interwebs. The interwebs are cool.
People have...
They have SFX makeup.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. And there you go. He basically Krynos is the moment.
Mad Hal McAlpin.
Oh God, we're actually going up against one of these bastards.
It's gonna be glorious.
I'm so glad I upped my brawl.
So,
I'm so sad I didn't.
can we get any kind of advantage on them in this fight for basically preparing for their arrival?
I'll give each of you +1 on your initiative check.
That's nice, thanks.
Okay.
All right, well, let's have a look at the dice then.
Let's see. Initiative was the total of my wit and dexterity plus a d10, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Wits and dexterity plus.
Wow.
And let's get...
I'm really not with it.
Oh, I guess that means 8 for me.
I'm gonna make us a battle box.
Go ahead and do that.
I like that name.
Yeah, Battle Box is a good name. I like that. We approve.
We prove.
Okay.
I think I'm doing that. That's fine.
It was +1, right?
Yes, because Joan is generous and kind like that. Very out of character, but...
Yes, I'm really nice.
Oh shit, out of character, serious business.
There you go.
Where's the battle box? It's down there. Okay.
Oh, that's a battle box.
Yes, the battle box has commenced.
Let's see, that was where's the righty thingy? There.
I like that Aaron is pink.
Size 40, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Shut up, cat.
Yeah, why does it not write?
Because you need to click it.
But I did.
Roll20 has this thing where like something doesn't really... you need to click away from it before it locks it in.
Ta-da!
Here we go. Question. Now we actually have a new situation. We have some 2 people on 12 and 2 people on 8, and I haven't even rolled for the last one yet. So
I think in those cases you either... First, I think you would look at their initiative bonus, like their dex plus wits, to see which is highest. And if that's still the same, then the turns happen simultaneously.
This is, however, quite... She rolled really well.
Oh, for goodness sake.
No, I don't want her to start. She probably has all sorts of weird acid-spewing abilities.
Mm-hmm. That was very specific thoughts there.
Yeah, very.
This is, by the way, relevant to all of us because we're in a fight. So evening has happened, right?
Yes.
Good. So at some point in the evening, the moon comes out. And when that happens, all of us get 2 rage back for a sickle moon.
Indeed.
Except AJ, who gets a full rage pool.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Who has not even used rage.
Well, no, but there you go.
Some of us spent rage in the last fight, and that was just yesterday, so I figured we might want to get the points back.
That is a very, very good point indeed.
We haven't had time to recover willpower since last, have we?
You get 1 per night. You get 1 per night, so...
So, I'm not fully recovered, but I'm close, so now I'm going to spend it all again.
Yeah, same for Shiva.
God help us.
Same for Taran.
Okay.
So this is actually our first real fight, not one guy in a crowded, in a densely packed room. But this looks real. There's an enemy werewolf there.
There's an enemy werewolf there, exactly.
It's welcome.
For the record, just so you have an idea, as I said, he goes Krynos almost immediately, and upon turning around the corner, he is he doesn't look anywhere near as noble, if you would, as a normal Garou would. He looks like he's got very little fur, first and foremost, and his skin looks oily, like it's literally dripping with some kind of disgusting fluid. He's got no lips, so his teeth are completely bared. They look cracked and jagged, which looks like even by teeth standards, they're going to hurt like hell. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you came through quite clearly.
Okay.
Oh, just for me, you broke up then.
Okay. It looks like his teeth are going to hurt even by teeth standards, and of course he's got bat's ears.
Of course.
Because Black Spiral Dancer. So yeah, they are. Okay. So one more time, just so we're on the safe side here, guys. How did we do this if we had duplicate?
Check initiative total. So Dex plus wits equals what?
Okay, yeah. Taryn, what's your Dex plus wits? Should be pretty high.
It's 5 and 6 with the extra we got.
6 with the extra you got. That is actually the same as him.
Oh God.
Then that happens simultaneously.
Yeah. How about Shiva and Connell? You fixed it already, or you got you worked it out? Who?
No, but
no.
my total is 4.
Okay.
Mine is 6 with the extra we got.
Cool.
Yes.
Oh, 5 plus the. So it's actually 9. Mine. I had forgotten to note the extra one we got. Sorry.
Well, that saves us a lot of trouble then.
Yeah. Sorry.
No worry.
Wait down.
And typically
You can just be on top this time.
Yeah.
Oh.
I need to be under him.
Yes.
Wait, no. Bad werewolves.
Here we go. Well, he or Deirdre is the one to start off the funsies, but let's do some declarations here first.
Cool.
So
We start at the
Deirdre
bottom.
will, yeah. Let's
But
hear.
don't we start from the bottom then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Taliesin first. What do you want to do with your round?
Question.
Yes, question.
Weren't the rage thingies for before?
Yes, that's true. If somebody has rage that they want to spend, that is now a
Yeah.
thing. Let's hear it.
We
Yes.
need to declare now if we want to spend rage on extra actions.
Yes.
Yes, spending a point of rage on an additional action.
Yes.
I'm definitely going all out on rage because I think Aaron wants to be really quick and dirty about this.
Yeah.
I would like to spend the rage to, shift to Krynos. So I just
Yes.
add an R.
Well, you can. That was, as we said last time, you can actually do that before the fight even begins.
Okay, so an extra. So using rage now would just be for an extra action.
Yes, and then you would still obviously you would still have spent 2 rage points, but yes.
Yeah, I'll just use a rage to change because I only have so much to give.
Yeah.
Stop
There
it.
you go.
Oh shit, Aaron spends a lot.
Yeah, I'm bleeding rage this round.
That seems understandable. Connell spends 2 rage as well.
Don't want my pack to get hurt, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But neither of those rage points are an extra turns, so I'll just mention it when it becomes relevant.
Yeah, absolutely. Then we start with declarations, and we do that from the bottom up. So, Taliesin, what do you want to do with your round?
Well, assuming I haven't already changed. Well, if I've already changed to Kronos, then I'm going to go around, sort of start moving around, and start heading toward what's the word I'm looking for?
To flank?
Yeah, I'll head around and try and flank. Try and flank Mad Hell.
Cool.
Yep.
Flanking is a combat maneuver, so yeah.
Yes, it is. It is indeed. And then it is the next person in line is Shiva.
Yes, and well, she'll already have changed by now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, good.
So what form is she in?
Battle form.
So Krynos, okay.
Yes. I mean, she doesn't like the form, but this kind of seems like the situation to use it.
Yes.
I was gonna ask if there are people around.
This is in the back of it's basically inside the yard
Yeah.
of Christchurch, and at this time of night, nobody's there.
As I was gonna say is, I wanted to ask if there were people around, and then you said that one of our enemies shift into Crinos, and I was like, fuck it. Just,
If they were around, they are no longer around.
if this is gonna burn, it's already burning, so.
Yep.
I mean,
And you didn't start it, he did.
yes, we have plausible deniability in this case.
Yes, you do.
I just
In
realized
any case, if I may take Shiva's turn, or declare Shiva's turn,
Certainly.
I think Shiva assumes that the boys will go for the big guys, so she will charge Deirdre.
Yes. Okay.
Connell spends his turn prepping razor claws, basically a full action to and spending a rage point, and then
so you're basically you're scratching your claws over a nearby gravestone.
I imagine what happens, if you'll allow it, is that once the shit hits the fan, Connell starts running towards them, his claws raking across the wall he's running.
Sure.
Cool.
That works fine. And
and also a rage point to shift into Klinos.
Yes.
If I can spend 2 rage points in one round, I'm not sure.
You can.
Cool.
You can spend as many rage as half your rage round up.
Okay, cool. And that's the current rage round up. Okay, cool. Sweet. I love it.
Okay. And that makes for Shiva and for Connell and Aaron. What do you want to do with your action?
I want to quickly renounce my rage expenditure instead electing to not spend rage this round because I need to spend noses and I can't do both.
True.
Which also means that I'm not shifting into Krinos yet.
Okay, no problem. I'm good with that.
It. I have willpower enough to try it. I want to try shifting into Krinos.
Yes.
Is a thing I want to do, but I can only do that on my initiative.
Yes.
And what I want to do is I'm spending a Gnosis to activate a gift.
Yes.
I'm inspiring my pack, so I give some kind of war cry that has significance to us based on how we were taught. I don't know what that would be, but something that has relevance to my pack.
Kill them!
Kill them all!
Murder them!
But yeah, this is activating the inspiration gift. This gives all of you a willpower point. No matter your total, you can gain an extra willpower point. Not me. It doesn't work for me. And it disappears if it's not spent during the scene.
Ooh.
Okay.
So you can spend that for extra successes on hitting or dodging and so on. Or aborting actions to dodge and so on.
Indeed. And remember, you also have your fate points. Your fate dice.
We do, yeah.
That we true. Just something for me to remind you guys that you also have access to those.
So that's my this hasn't actually happened yet. This happened on my initiative, but
it happened. Yes, obviously.
G for activating gift, and then S for shapeshifting.
Yes. And we go with then it's Mad Howl.
Yeah. What's he gonna do?
Mad Howl wants to use a gift.
That's called Mad Howl?
Not quite.
Okay, well, it was worth a shot.
You will probably laugh when we get to it, but...
We won't laugh when it kills us, but...
And...
He uses fake crying.
He uses a gift. There you go. Taryn, what do you want to do?
Taryn dashes for Deirdre too.
Okay. And then it's Deirdre's turn, and she wishes to use a power.
Cool. Well, I guess she does then, because it's her initiative first.
It's her initiative first. And let me just see how well it works. Because, believe it or not, she can do the same thing that the other guy could.
Oh, that makes sense. But I think, but that is one of those powers you roll for, so we could
Yes,
get lucky.
it is. You could get lucky. And I have
Punk.
Okay, she bursts into flames.
Fuck.
Same kind of fire.
Yep.
And that was her turn.
Go, Taryn.
Oh, Taryn.
He's a little, fuck you! And then she collides with a burning Deirdre.
Yes.
Seriously, bitch!
This is getting old.
This is getting old really fast, but I'm still gonna fight you, bitch!
Oh my god, that's twice. Okay, let's see it.
That's twice, yeah, and she is in his bow.
Yes, she is. So obviously she's got some serious jaw muscles. Let's see the
Let's see if it's the correct amount. Yeah, it is. It is the correct amount. Yeah.
his bow bite and attacks and deals 2 damage, which is obviously Aggie. Believe it or not, she takes some damage.
Well, she did spend rage, so that could explain why she still went for it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well,
Oh,
Deirdre,
shit, that's
It's
right.
time.
and now you have to soak.
Now I have to soak here.
And it's
But I
difficult.
do have 4. I do have
Yes.
4.
Difficulty
That's good.
Difficulty is 9.
That's less good.
Yeah.
That's less good. I'm just gonna roll them and then we'll see.
Whoa!
One 9!
That's 1 soaked. That's excellent.
Yay!
So you take 2 points of damage,
Ow!
and yet again your face is burnt.
I'm gonna be called Burnt Face, ain't I?
Flame
Burnt
Eater.
face.
Put a cool spin on it. You're Flame Eater.
I'm Flame Eater. Yeah, that's better than being burned all the time.
Yeah.
Burn.
Then it's Mad Howl.
No.
Mad Howl
Howls madly.
leans his head back and uses the gift Howl of the Banshee.
Oh, that sounds nasty.
The werewolf emits a fearful howl that causes those who hear it to run in terror.
No!
A mournful spirit of the dead teaches this gift. So let's see how much he can roll. And
So, Daniel, did we get an extra die to willpower test?
Not yet.
Oh,
initiative.
it hasn't been your turn. Fuck.
Fuck!
all right, he he uses the gift obviously. So you need to give me a willpower roll. And incidentally, I hate to say this, guys, but I just realized I have to remove the 2 rage points that he spends as well, because it costs him a point of gnosis to do this, and you can't spend both in the same round.
Ah.
Okay.
So he doesn't actually use. There you go.
So what's the difficulty for this willpower roll?
Difficulty is 8 for all of you except Shiva.
The fuck?
For Shiva, it's actually no. Give me a second. I'm going to rule that this is a difficulty of 6 for all of you, because it is difficulty 8 but 6 for allies of the Fina.
Well,
Oh.
And I'm gonna go with all of you being allies of Shiva.
Works.
Can I? Is this a thing? Can I spend a point of temporary willpower to get an automatic success?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'll do that then, and then I'll roll.
You don't have to. You can roll before declaring that. So you can roll, and if you then come up short, you can expend 1.
Yes.
In that case, I'll do that. The difficulty was 6.
Difficulty is 6, yes.
and there's no
No modifier, no.
And we only need 1 success.
Do we need to beat his successes, or do we not just need a success?
Well, none of you actually know the gift, but I'll say, okay, fair enough. You only need a success.
Cool.
Okay, I'll spend the willpower then,
All right, you spend a willpower.
because I got 0 successes.
Yes.
And the rest of us got 2.
And the
I'm
rest of you
proud of
got 2.
us.
That is quite probably the freakiest, most unnerving, and really, really, really unpleasant sound any of you have heard. And you can feel that sense of horror and dread in the pit of your stomachs, but you manage to overcome it, all of you. Otherwise, you would all have been fleeing directly away from him for one round per success he rolled, and he got 3 successes.
Yikes.
So
Perfect. We would be running away with the tails between our legs, and Darkey would be like, fucking werewolves!
And he'd probably be free to pick us off if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
yes, that's that takes care of him. Then it's
Aaron.
Aaron who
So,
used gift.
Yeah, I think. I mean, this is like the perfect chain of events, right?
Yeah,
Because
this.
he does like this scary, spooky howl. Everyone's unnerved. People are perhaps like gasping for their breath. I know Aaron is like he has this quick intake of air, right? It's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm okay. And then he counters, like he
Yes.
yells back instead of the howl. He goes like, "Don't be shaken, take them all!" And and then he yells a word of significance to us, and all of you get a willpower point that you can spend on whatever.
We
Then
should find out what that word would be.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not even a word actually. Maybe Aaron just says like he just says
War-
something
war cry
encouraging
or
like
something.
he did. And you, then all of you get to decide why that is significant to your character, like, because it's a mystical gift, right? So
Yes, it is.
something happens in that moment that makes Aaron inspire you.
Cool. I like it.
He does a hero pose, and everybody's like, "Oh wow!"
I rule that for Shiva it's a sense of unity between the pack.
Yes.
I rule that for Connell it's the word kill.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, that's my
Aaron?
one noses down, and I don't get it. I also spend a willpower point.
Yes.
I spend that because I can't actually shapeshift if I don't spend willpower or rage, and I can't spend rage.
Yes.
So I spend a willpower point to actually get the chance to
Yes.
try and roll, and then I have to succeed at a willpower check. So excuse me for just a moment, while I, like an idiot, haven't actually looked up how this thing works, waiting for my turn to come around. Okay, so I need to make a willpower roll, difficulty 8.
Okay. Well,
Okay, so I'm just
and
gonna
of course that's minus the one you just spent.
yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. I think it is.
If you spend a temporary willpower, then you don't roll that.
That sounds very legit. So let's just pool mod of 7 and difficulty of 8. Did I do that
Yep.
wrong? I
Nope,
didn't.
nope, that's fine. You got it.
Wonderful.
Had 2 successes then?
Yep, you have 2 successes. You have an 8 and a 10 in there, so no problem.
Wonderful. And that means I get to try and shapeshift.
Yes, you do.
So I'm rolling stamina and primal urge.
Yep.
Stamina is good, and primal urge is okay.
I know this is a very crazy question, Joan.
Wonderful. Okay, so I got 2 successes,
That's
so
enough.
I shift through Glabro into Krynos.
Yeah, exactly.
I think AJ had a question.
Yes. Let's hear
There
it.
is by chance not any calming music playing in the background?
Nope.
Good. Then there wouldn't be any problems for turn to change.
Nope, there isn't. The
He brought an iPod he just planted in the ground before attack.
Yep. That was his turn.
You know you're gonna have that scene like a couple of months down the line where you've met your nemesis, you've fought with your nemesis, both of you escaped with your lives, and there's gonna be that scene where Joan just puts down a boom blaster and just plays soothing music, and you go, "Oh no, my one weakness."
yeah. All right.
That's my turn.
Yep.
O'Connell!
So Connell spends a rage point to shift into Krynos,
Yes.
and another rage point to activate Razor Claws. Basically, he starts running toward the his adversary, his claws sending sparks as they rake across the stone beside him.
Yeah. That makes,
And that is Connell's turn.
that makes sense.
There is something we should probably bring up about this, and that is, I seem to remember that whenever you spend rage, you do a rage check. because spending rage can trigger frenzy. Isn't that right? Am I wrong?
I believe that's true, actually. But let's just make sure and check. Let's just make sure and check.
Okay, I'll be right back real quick while you check.
Yeah. My book is giving me issues here. It's not allowed to. Rage. Spending 288. That's a lot of rage.
Yeah, that would be a shit ton of rage.
Spending rage. Take extra actions. Here. Change forms. Ignore stunning. Ignore pain. Time. Doesn't actually say here if
In
you.
that case, it's probably not the. Yeah, I found what I think I found what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
That is, if when you make any rage roll that can lead to a frenzy. So
Yes.
What I was thinking of was
Yeah.
rage rolls to activate gifts. But
Yes.
this is not a roll; it's just spending a point.
Yes. So, all is good-ish.
Yep.
Did you spend rage to get actions, or just to get claws or shapeshift?
Just the shapeshifting clause.
Okay.
Yeah. So that takes care of Connell's turn. Then it's Shiva who wanted to attack.
Yes, I was. Shiva was charging the woman, the burning woman. So I guess I roll to hit,
You do?
and that is not rage. Go away. Dexterity plus brawl. Yes.
Yes.
There is, if you tick it off in your forms, then you can go down to combat, and then there is claw attack, and that is actually your attack as a
Don't use that.
big one.
I would,
It
even if we
miscalculates.
could use it, I would love to use it, but if I tick off a form, a lot of the information in my character sheet disappears, so I just keep it on human.
Oh,
But Dex plus Brawl, you said, and I'm in Krina, so I have +1 Dex, so I get 4 dice. Is it just standard difficulty?
On
Yes.
melee
Yes.
strike is 6, right?
Yes.
That depends on what you
Oh,
actually.
not melee. Brawl.
Yeah, that depends on what you're doing. Are you clawing? Are you biting?
Yes, I'm clawing.
Okay, then that's 6.
3 successes.
Very
Nice. So roll some damage.
Yes,
You
and I
roll
would
strength
like
and 2 more
to,
dice.
if I can I use Aaron's willpower point to give bonus to my damage then?
No,
As an
No.
automatic success or something.
no, not on damage or soak.
Okay, fair enough.
you could do it on your attack.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
you
should
could-
have
you
done
could-
it then.
You could spend it on the attack, and in so doing, get another dice that you can then roll for precision damage on your
Yeah.
damage.
I'll do that then.
Yep, that makes sense.
And then I roll damage.
Yeah, so that means effectively you have 4 successes in hitting her. That means you roll strength plus 3 extra dice.
Strength plus 3 extra dice, and then the +2 for claw, or
Yes.
You roll your strength +4 for Krina's, +3 for hitting, and +2 for claw.
Yeah.
and I roll that as my dice pool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Versus
Okay.
difficulty 6.
Lots and lots of dice.
Yeah. So strength plus Krina's +2 +1.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Just to make sure. So
And
that
wait.
is
Strength
nine.
plus Krina's +2 plus what?
No.
Okay, I'll break this down.
Yeah.
Your strength score,
Yes.
plus whatever you get for Krinos, which is +4,
Yes.
+2 for claws, plus the extra amount you get from your to-hit roll, which means that you subtract the first success.
So
So in
So
this
that's
case,
+3.
+3, yes.
All right. So 2 + 4 + 2 + 3. Cool.
Yes.
And it's difficulty 6.
Yes.
Yep.
6.
6. All right.
Monstrous.
There you go.
Utterly monstrous damage.
All right. That's a hell of a lot of damage, actually. Yes, I will. You still need to soak.
Yes, I need to soak, and that is stamina, and it's difficulty 9.
Yes.
And I get plus 3 stamina from being in Krios. Cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And that is also difficulty 6.
Yes.
No, that was difficulty 9.
Oh, yeah, because of the gift, yes.
In that case, I have 1 success.
Yes, so you take 2 points of damage.
Yes, and those were eggy damage.
Yeah, they were.
We can hereby conclude that this ends up like the first fight. I have a burning face, she has burning hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, burning hands!
And
Good stuff.
I remember the extra bruised I ignored, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Does our esteemed opponent, have something that allows her to soak accurate damage, or does she just explode?
I will narrate when we're done with the round.
Okay.
And Taliesin, what do you want to do?
To switch on his microphone.
Yeah, you were flanking, as I recall, right?
Yes. So that's to play that out. Basically, I spent that rage point transforming to Krynos immediately.
Yes.
And then dart around to the side as my other colleagues go forwards.
Yes.
With the aim of trying to get at least to the side or behind Mad Howl.
Yes. Is there a role to do flanking, or is it just
There's a maneuver for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is that role then?
Let me get a look at it. Flanking. Flank or rear attacks. By attacking an opponent's flank, the assailant reduces the difficulty by 1.
Okay, so basically he doesn't actually roll, he just moves this turn to get into position so that next round he will be flanking and therefore get a lower difficulty when he attacks.
Yes.
Or when he spends his rage point for it, actually.
Well, the aim is, the way I'm seeing it is that the 2 frontliners are going to go in and hold him up, which gives me an opportunity to then, while it's in place, if he is in place, get behind him and do additional damage.
Actually, what's happening here is flanking and rear attack, as it's called, is actually a strike. So it's a matter of if he has the movement to get around his enemy, and then he can strike. So
and that's
yeah.
As I'm saying here, he is spending his normal action on moving to get into that position. Next time when he attacks, which he can do when he gets to the 1 rage that he spent, then he is going to attack as per the flanking rule.
Yeah, that's how I would run it too. So pretty good.
Okay.
That's the top of the round. Then we should roll initiative.
Well,
right. Rage.
Rage, yes.
My bad. Who has extra actions?
Taliesin and Taryn.
So does Taryn go first, or does Tally go first this time around?
Taryn.
Okay.
Taryn.
You declare first. But...
Yeah, you declare first what you want to do with your rage point. And from what you just said, I'm assuming that you want to attack Mad Howl.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
And yep, sure.
So it's strength plus.
Yeah, well, you don't roll it yet. Obviously, you just declare. No, you declare.
I declare.
Yeah.
Yes. What is it you want to do with your rage action?
I declare that I would like to use my rage action to attack Mad
Good.
Howl.
All right. Then, Taryn, what do you want to do with your rage action?
If Deirdre isn't laying down nicely as a pretty puppy, then I'm gonna keep biting her.
She is on her way down, definitely.
Okay, then Taryn just flies off after Mad Howl.
All right, good.
Just imagine her launching herself.
Yep. Then it's Taryn first, obviously. So you go for Mad Howl.
Mad Howl gets a mouthful.
Yes.
Well, I hope not. Taryn gets a mouthful.
Well,
That's how it was supposed to be worded.
So
Beautiful.
Dex plus brawl again.
1.
That's 1 success.
Yay! I get him.
Yeah, you hit him. Roll some damage.
That was
Strength.
A lot of things.
strength. That is 4.
Actually, are you biting him?
I'm biting him, yes. But you told me not to use the other one because it miscalculates.
It does. If you're biting him, then that's 2 successes. Because the biting is difficulty 5.
Oh! Okay, then it is strength. That is 5 at the moment.
Yeah. +1 for the extra
The
bonus
bite.
success onto hit.
And then I get 1 extra die to damage.
Yeah.
Because I'm a hit spell.
So it's 5 + 2. Boom.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Yep. And then he tries to soak. Obviously.
Good hit.
It
Well
was a
done.
good hit. Good hit.
I have an idea of her biting onto his arm. Just holding it,
Yeah. He soaks.
growling like a very angry chihuahua.
He soaks.
He soaks.
The lot.
Fuck you. I'm still gonna growl like an angry chihuahua.
Oh, of course. Taliesin, you want to attack him?
I do. Okay. Okay, so what am I rolling to attack again?
Dex plus brawl.
Dex plus brawl.
If you are using teeth or claws.
I'm going to say
Yep.
claws.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you're in Crenus, I take it. So
Yeah,
your dex is 1 higher.
Okay, so I'm rolling 6.
And you are rolling that against a difficulty that is 2 lower than normal if you're flanking, if you're rear attacking, and 1 lower if you're flanking.
and he flanked, so yeah.
Okay.
So difficulty is only 5.
Okay. I hope I've done this right. No, I haven't done that right.
No, you haven't.
Fuck it. Okay, try again. Wrong set.
That was better.
Wonderful.
That's much better, yes. That's
Except the
3
+1.
There's 3 successes.
There's not supposed to be a +1.
Ignore that.
It doesn't matter. It's the amount of dice, that's what matters. So there's 5, 9 out of 10, so that's 3 successes. Roll
1
from that.
subtracts 1.
I'm still not up on that in damage and soak rolls.
This is not damage or soak, though.
This is to hit. Sorry, yeah, that's true. That's true. So
it's-
so it's two successes.
Okay,
If I could speak straight, it would help.
that's fine.
But
I can't even speak gay.
So you now roll your strength plus your Crinus bonus plus 1 plus 2 for claw.
Yes.
Okay, give me a second.
Your strength is 4 higher?
Yes. We
Yep.
should. Yes, we should do that. And then once this round is over, we should take a short break.
Yeah, sounds good.
Anyway, go on. Roll.
Give me a second.
Wonderful.
That's a lot of dice.
1,
That's
2, 3. 3 whole damage.
3 whole damage. Let me see if I can't soak that.
Please don't.
I think it's unfair. I get a really good
Yep,
bite in
he
it.
soaks
Fucking
the lot.
Oh, you oozing mother humper.
Tunnel is coming, don't worry.
So maybe you narrate this round and then we take
Yes.
a brief break and come back on the next.
Yes. What happens on this round is that these two come around the corner, see the lot of you standing there, and immediately attack. They don't stop to trash talk. They don't try to be clever about it. They don't even take a second to figure out what the fuck is going on. They just see you there and decide that you have to die and attack. Fortunately, you guys had been forewarned that someone was coming, so you aren't taken by surprise and you were able to react accordingly. So consequently, you had a bonus to your initiative on this first round. You are now, what then happens, of course, is that the woman who's tearing her face as she runs towards you, does the same kind of sharp intake of breath, as you saw the guy up in the hotel do, and then she too bursts into flames. It's pretty much the exact same thing. As that has happened, she's immediately set upon by Taran first, who takes a bite out of her, and then by Shiva, who follows up as Taran slides away with her face already scorched. Shiva follows up with her claws, literally pushing her entire, I assume that she was right-handed?
Yes.
Yeah. She plunges her right hand into the chest of the woman until she can feel the woman's spine between her fingers, and then she just clenches and crushes it. Of course, she too is burned in the process, but Deirdre does fall to the ground. She's quite extraordinarily dead. She wasn't nearly as highly buffed out with powers as the guy in the hotel. While this happens, Connell charges towards the man who has changed into Krynos while dragging his claws along the stonework of the cathedral. Aaron roars his battle cry for everyone to stand fast and be stalwart. And Taliesin flanks the enemy Krynos. And while he tries to claw at this creature from the side, Taryn launches herself through the air to try to bite at him, but both those attacks are ineffectual.
Wonderful.
And then we have a short break and return with some more.
Yeah, that sounds right. All right, so you guys, if you... you just hang on, and we'll be right back and see what happens with the rest of this fight. Don't go anywhere. Catch you then.